We got a Stihl MS211C. C is for comfort. It's supposed to be a assist for start. See how we're doing this? You build it up, and then once it builds up enough, it spins it. I was told this one was dropped out of a tree, and it looks pretty good considering usually when you see them dropped out of trees, this bar will get bent, and then the rest of this can take a lot of damage just because of the force applied to the end is multiplied here at the mounting point. So this one here, I'm just kind of looking over her here. Don't see any cracks in any of the tanks. Oil tank looks fine. The fuel tank looks fine. Nothing's leaking. So that part seems to be all right. Check this bar to make sure she's square. This one seems to be pretty straight. If I was concerned, I'd take it off and look at it, but there's not any sort of tweak that I can see. Sometimes they could be fine this whole length and then only be bent from where it's mounted in because this took force. This is in today for lack of throttle. I don't even see a throttle cable in here at all, so don't know how that got lost, but we'll go ahead and pop this dude off of here and see what we got going on. Yeah, see, there's no throttle cable. Yeah, that's definitely where we're gonna have to start. So we look here, you can see here where our throttle linkage is supposed to attach. And we've got this throttle, which is actually up here. So the throttle linkage goes up in, you see this hole up in here? I'm trying to get the best view possible. Up in there, there's a body hole. This linkage, shaped just like this, is right in that hole under this plastic piece here on this throttle arm, and this is how you get your throttle. It rotates. Down here in the handle, I've already split the top half off. All you got to do is this handle will peel off from this end up, and then you can take it out. So you've got these little squeeze tabs, little keepers, so as long as you just get a little firm pressure, or you find something to wedge in there to widen it up, this will pop out of here just like this, so you can pull this out. See these little bitty indentations or markings here? Not even a marking, it's more like a groove or a lip that is designed to sit down right in there. So you can see you got that little bitty teardrop fits into that little teardrop. Now that we've got that throttle in place, there's a little piece right here. Let's focus on this portion right here. Kind of hard to tell between the dirt, but there is actually, see how this drops down into the space? That's where this throttle linkage needs to rest. It doesn't go on top. We're just going to snake it right here. And you'll see it'll go into place. And that's how it sits in here. And you get this throttle action. Now that we see how this is seated in here, we're going to go to the top view. We need to get this put into our trigger. Sitting right here. We're going to drop this down into its little spot here. Go ahead and rotate this into its throttle position. You see how we're back where we're supposed to be. This spring needs to be caught in our safety mechanism. I'll hold down in front of this. Drop this down in its slot, just like this. Now we're kind of locked in. I kind of did a little two things at once there. I pushed down on the safety until I kind of felt my throttle lock in place. Now hands off, nothing is flying anywhere. So we're seated, we're good to go. Just got to put our piece back on. So we're going to start up here on the top, just like that. Boom. Now we're back where we belong. We've got nice, easy, unrestricted throttle. See how it's sitting in here? That's it. Everything works now. Safety. Throttle's working again. And that's how that actually works. Ain't nothing smells like a two-stroke running out of Stihl, man. Good Lord, these things smell good. I know I'm sick in the head, but you know that's why I do this stuff, because I freaking love it. You guys have a good one. God bless you. See you on the next one, guys.